Hello and welcome to Personal Fitness. I am your teacher, Mr. Svensson, and this video is all about the class orientation assessment. So I'm going to give you the answers for all of the questions on the class orientation assessment right now, and hopefully going through this will make you a little more comfortable with the class and a little more comfortable with what is going to be expected of you over the next quarter. So the first question on the assessment says, you should check your school blank at least once each school day. The answer is email. You should check your school email at least once each school day. And that's because teachers and administrators and academic advisors, all of us are trying to send you help very frequently. And the main way we communicate in an online school is via email. So you should check it a lot, at least once a day. Next question. You should check your blank settings on your first day of school. If it is set incorrectly, which is very common, your live sessions will not display correctly in your daily schedule. And the answer is time zone. You should check your time zone settings right away. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm just going to switch from my student view, which I'm in right now, so I can actually display that on my screen. Okay, I'm back in my teacher view, and if you go up here where your name is, you click on that, it's going to open a drop-down menu, and you can click on Account Settings. Once you're in Account Settings, scroll down until you see Time Zone, and make sure that it looks like this. GMT 8, United States, Los Angeles. A lot of times when I check this for students, the default setting is the New York or East Coast time settings, and things will still work, but everything is off in your course and on your class schedule. So like your live sessions will show the wrong times, assignments might show the wrong due dates, all kinds of things are messed up. So just make sure that you set it to this. It's very easy. Just click it, select the correct one, then hit save and close. Okay, back in my student view here, and that last answer, of course, was time zone. Next question, if you want an accurate picture of what your grade is in a particular class, click on the blank tab. The answer is Grades tab. So near the top middle of the page, you click on this Grades tab, and it's going to open up a page that looks kind of like this. And this goes for all classes here at Insight. This is kind of your page of the gradebook in any class, and you can see not only what might be due right now, but what's coming up in the class. So as you scroll down, you're going to see in this class, we do have a unit a week, and there are assignments in each unit, so each week. We have daily fitness checks, which is just a daily quiz, really, really simple. It just asks you the same one question every time you do one of these every day, and that is, did you do at least 30 minutes of physical activity a day? And you select yes. That's as difficult as those quizzes are. You're also going to see things in a couple of units, which I'm going to get into in a moment, tests. We have 2 of those in this class, different from previous PE classes. This one's a little harder. And as you scroll down, you're going to see a couple of other things in there. Live session attendance, that's right. You do get credit for attending and participating live sessions. They're only once a week, so make it work. And STAR 360, you're going to get credit for completing your STAR 360 assessment. So the Grades tab was the answer to that question. Moving on, the next question is the blank shows you what is due today and for the next few days right on the main class landing page. If you are fully caught up in the class, it is a good place to check to get direct links for what is next for you to do in the class. And the answer to that is Class Plan. Class Plan is right here. And if you're fully caught up, it will show you not only what is due today, if today hypothetically was August 27th, then this is today, and then it's also going to show you what's coming up on your calendar for the next day or two, whatever fits on there. You can always click Show More, and it'll show the whole class in order. So that was the answer there, Class Plan. Next question. The blank tab holds all the content for the class. There's more than one way to access content, but in this spot, this is a one-stop shop for all of it. And the answer to that is Content tab. So as I mentioned there's a bunch of ways to get to assignments in the class. But if you want a kind of a one-stop shop that I think is pretty easy to navigate, at least visually, the Content tab is the place to go. So once you click on that, it's going to be a page like this. And you're going to have the units on the left. So table of contents, course materials, and then all the units in order. So 1 through 9 for this class, one for each week. So that answer was content. Next question. Live sessions are the key to understanding this class, and really for any class here at Insight. It is our live session. Our live session and office hour schedule. Live sessions, class names A through M on Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. and last names N through Z on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Office hours, Tuesdays through Fridays for all students in all of my classes from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you would attend those office hours if you wanted extra help, or you got interested in a topic and wanted some elaboration on it. Or sometimes I'll just like host follow along exercise in those office hours. So there's a lot of different things that we can do there. They're not required. They are very, very much encouraged though. If you want to get a lot out of personal fitness, come to the office hours, ask questions. We can dive into other material. Sometimes I'll even like play podcasts that I think are relevant to our course content that I find interesting. So it's good stuff there. The answer to that true-false question is true. That is our schedule. All right, next question. Your grade in this class is made up of a few things. And the reason I'm including this on here is because more than likely you've taken our other PE classes before this one. This one's new. We added some things to make it a little more rigorous, which is a good thing. So you'll learn more. But it is a little bit more involved than the OTH 020A and B courses that have come before this class. So your grade in this class is made up of your fitness checks. So that's those quick one-question daily quizzes. Your weekly activity journals, which are due the last school day of each school week, so usually a Friday. Those things are very similar. They're in the previous classes as well. Also, a Unit 2 TGA, so that's like a brief written assignment. 2 unit tests in Units 4 and 9. And those unit tests are, I think, pretty important for understanding kind of the depth of the content of the important concepts. They're not super long, there's not a ton of questions, but the questions on there are for important content. So there are 2 unit tests. Live session attendance and participation. As I mentioned, we only have 1 mandatory live session a week. So it's not that much, just 45 minutes once a week. So make sure that you make it to that and are ready to participate. The STAR 360 assessment, so that's actually completing it. There's no physical education questions on there, but you get credit just for doing it in every class you take. And lastly, the class orientation assessment, which is what you're doing right now or about to do. So all those things make up your grade in personal fitness. So it's not just exercising and accounting for that exercise with a daily quiz. There's more to it in this class. So I need to make sure you understand that right away, especially if you took our previous PE classes, because this is very similar to that, but we have a little bit more to do in this class, okay? So that's that answer. Finally, last question. A typical day in this class involves what? Well, a typical day in this class involves several things. Obviously, since it is a PE class, you're going to exercise on your own, right? That's kind of the main point of the class. And then you need to account for that exercise with your daily fitness check, so like your daily quiz, write in your weekly activity journal that is to be due last school day of the week. But there's also other stuff, and that other stuff looks like this. I'm going to go to the content tab, and let's just say it's the first Wednesday of the class. So I'm going to go to Unit 1, and I'm going to go to 1.03 because it's the 3rd day of the week. And I'm just going to click on this. So there's things here: get ready, learn, practice, and assessment. So the get ready, you click on that, it opens up a very brief slide Then you transition to the learn, which is the actual content. Again, not super lengthy, but it is associated with a textbook in this class. Another big change from previous PE classes here. There are textbook assignments that are not required, but are encouraged if you want to learn more about the subject. But if you don't read the textbook stuff, and you don't come to class, the live sessions, and you don't go through the get ready and learns, you're going to have trouble on the unit test. They're going to be really difficult for you, okay? So just understand that they build, the get ready and learn build to unit tests. And then this practice here, these are optional. I didn't make these required because they're usually tied to a specific exercise activity in your textbook. So I think it's cool if you guys want to follow along and do all the exercises as they're outlined in the text. That's great. I'm not going to require that. So it's encouraged, not required. The stuff that is required is the get ready, learn, and the assessment. That's why they have due dates. See? Due date, no due date, due date. And if you click on, I'll just click on this assessment one here. It's going to show you that the only assessment for this first Wednesday of the class is the 1.03 quiz, the fitness check. All right? So that's just the daily quiz, not the major.